Welcome to the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. I'm your host, Paul Wright. In this podcast, we share the secrets of elite allied health business ownership and teach you the strategies, tactics, and mindset needed to grow a highly profitable and successful allied health business that works without you. If you'd like to work directly with the Practiceology team and receive personal coaching and mentoring to help you earn more, work less, and enjoy your life as a health business owner, visit mypracticeology.com to find out more and apply.
All right. In today's episode, Michael Huggett joins me. Michael, thanks for joining us on the podcast.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now this is a blast of the past because Mick and I go back, we just worked out before the call, 30 years we met each other back at a fitness leader course back in Newcastle. So, mate, we've
100%.
come a long way, champion.
We have, mate. We have.
Still hanging around Newcastle, mate. But Mick's all about protecting your greatest asset, your team. So his background, he works with owners and directors of small to medium businesses to develop systems and procedures relevant to their business. Get this, to protect them from prosecution, disgruntled employees, and unethical customers. But I love the tagline, Mick. 30 years experience in compliance, formerly with the New South Wales Police Service, then 17 years with CHD Partners. He's focused on security, anti-money laundering, counter-terrorism financing, and work health and safety, which is kind of what we're about today. And he's developed the CIRT to manage compliance, induction, reporting, and training system. And I'm going to get him to do it in 7 minutes. We'll see how we go. Do you think you can handle it, champion?
Time starts now.
Mate, Newcastle boys can do anything. Are we okay?
Let's do it.
All right, let's rock and roll. We're away. Mick, who's your ideal client at CHD?
An ideal client is a client who actually gives, pardon the French, a shit about compliance. So someone who actually wants to protect their business. So we can work with small business owners when we've got sole traders that we work with up into organizations with 100, 160 people. The reality of it is that what we really want to do is work with organizations that have a small group of people. If it's probably the business owner who needs some support and wants some guidance and wants to be sort of guided about what to do and how to do it. So we find that once an organisation gets that little bit bigger and you get your HR, your WH&S person in play, they've all got those politics they want to play. So our preference is to come back that little bit smaller or deal with that small team of individuals who want to actually get on with looking after their business.
So question 2 then, with about 6 minutes left. So what's the problem you solve for them? Is it about compliance and risk? What are you solving for them?
So putting effective systems in place for their business. So the reality of this is you heard that thing around security, work health and safety, and even human resources dovetail over these days. In the old days, they were very silo. In this days, it becomes very complicated and crosses over. So for us, the problem we solve is coming up with a practical solution for you to protect your business. Because at the end of the day, if ever you have one of those unethical people come ahead or someone wants to find an opportunity to claim some dollars against you, if you don't have evidence and an appropriate system, you've got no way to protect your business.
Okay, so question 3. So what are the typical symptoms you've seen in practices or businesses that haven't got these protections in place? So what are they suffering from?
Okay, they've either had a claim or they've had a claim of a workers' comp injury that's then become a public liability claim. So we've had some clients that have had claims that have rolled out at $800,000, $900,000, and then next thing you know, that has a huge implication on their public liability, which impacts on their premiums. So the thing around us is being able to sort of really being able to help those symptoms of those claims. The other things are workers' comp claims that go bad, and people don't know about it till years later, and then end up with someone who says, and your guys would get this because you're dealing with people who have had injuries, and next thing you know, they're above that 15% incapacitation sort of stuff, that then it becomes a negligence claim. And next thing the owner goes, what the hell?
Question 4 then. So what are the mistakes that we make, Mick, or owners make of practices when they're trying to get on top of their compliance or risk? What are they doing wrong?
I'm too small. I don't have enough time. I don't know what to do. I don't have any risk because we're a sole trader or a small business, or I've only got 1 or 2 staff. We go to people's homes. We don't have a problem. That's in my view. So what happens is that in the absence of when you don't know, people just shut down and go, it's too hard, and then it's too late. Now, as I said, The issue is work health and safety and compliance isn't complex when you know what to do. The simple thing is being able to talk to someone who can give you some guidance. Doesn't have to be complex, can be simple depending on your practice. And in your guys, there's various different things that they do that then varies from practice to practice.
Their heads are in their sand, Mick. They just hoping it goes away and doesn't get to them.
Yeah, correct. Your guys would do everything they can, look after the client, look after the client, look after the client. The trouble is they're not protecting their business when something goes wrong.
Got it. Question 5, about 3.5 minutes left. What's a valuable free action, Mick? What can our audience do to help themselves in this area? Where can they go? What can they do?
Yeah, what we've done is we've actually taken a safe work audit process and put into a score application that we can flick out to people. We can put up at the end of this today if you want. People can gain access to it, at least run through the safety aspects that they should have in place. It gives them a free report. They don't have to talk to us. They can just look at that and then have some questions from that and work out where they're at. And
they go to get that, Mick. Is there a website?
Yep. If you go to the CHD Partners website under risk, and I'll send you the details to flick out to everybody, then they'll have access to that directly.
And that's, CHD, give me the URL.
CHD, okay, so chdpartners.com.au.
Check it out. And question 6, with about 2.5 minutes left. Valuable free resource. You've already given us one.
Yep.
Go onto your website, get that resource. What else have you got, mate? How else can you help these guys?
Book a call. And I sincerely mean this, Paul. It's easy to look at it. It's easy. People can easily go and do the Score app, or I could send them to Safe Work or send them to the Canadian website or some US-based resources. But depending on your understanding, people will look at that and go, oh, that doesn't apply, or that does. My view is we give people a 30-minute free consultation course, regardless of where you are. Give us a call. Let's have a chat. And at least I can give you some guidance. And that could be simply, great, you don't need anything. Or it could be, look, let's talk about what are some of those things they could put into place to do themselves to move forward.
And again, can they get on the website? How do they organise that?
Yeah, so you again go to the CHD Partners website. There's a Calendly process where you can book a call, and off you go, chdpartners.com.au.
And I know you're a .au,
correct? Yeah.
But this is the same no matter where we are in the world. These issues are the same anywhere.
Look, they do, and I've done a quick look around. I mean, if you look at some of the stuff across the globe, safety. We're part of we sort of touch base in LinkedIn every now and then, and people will say, "Oh, why should you have to do that?" Some of the laws are a little bit more stringent in some locations, but what we're about to do, if they look at the current one, we're about to develop a score up around ISO 45001, which is the International Occupational Health and Safety standard requirement. So that'll go up hopefully next week. When I do that, I'll flick that to you, and you can flick it out to your guys as well.
Beautiful, mate. Question 7 with about a minute left. What's the one question, Mick, I should have asked you that would give great value to our audience of health business owners today?
When's the best time to start developing a work health and safety system?
When is it, Mick?
Yesterday.
Yes. Because you don't.
Or do I need a work health and safety system? Yes. Don't let anyone tell you that you don't, because they're full of crap. I'll try and refrain my language. They're full of crap. People will tell you one thing or another, and don't be fearful. It's about yes, you do, and if you're not sure, just give us a call, because at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, in any country you're in, you've got some legislative requirements. You're just probably not aware of them.
I love the straight shooting approach of Michael Huggett. Good on you, champion.
Hasn't changed.
Mate, what's the website again? Give us the URL. They can go and get the resources.
www.chdpartners, partners with an s.com.au.
Beautiful. Michael Huggett, thanks for being part of the Practiceology podcast. Loved it.
Thanks, Paul. Tarbate.
I'll see you on the next episode.
Look forward to it.
Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Practiceology 7 Questions in 7 Minutes podcast. For more episodes and to subscribe, rate and leave a review, head over to iTunes. And if you'd like to increase your health business profits, reduce your personal work hours, and spend more time with your family and friends, you can find out more about the Practiceology Mentor Program at mypracticeology.com.